So last week's chapter, we get to see the continuation of the fight at Hachinosu Island between Monkey D. Garp and Kuzan Aokiji. Brand New even treats us to some more backstory about Monkey D. Garp, his training regimen, and his relationship with his protege Kuzan. There's really 4 important things that happened last chapter. We can see a flashback about young Kuzan training with Monkey D. Garp where they used battleships as punching bags. No special abilities, no haki, no devil fruits involved. Just pure hands. Garp then got stabbed by Shiryu as he was defending Kobe, but let's be honest, we all just assumed that he was probably not gonna die. I mean, let's face the facts, the only people that Oda can bring himself to kill are Ace, Whitebeard, and people in flashbacks, and I know that there's probably others, but we don't need to talk about that. Garp and Kuzan then punched each other in their faces using haki, which then created a huge explosion that just rocked all of Hachinosu. And finally, last chapter ended off with Garp lying on the ground saying, "Kobe, do not panic, justice will prevail." Now moving on to this week's chapter, we get a flashback of Kobe's first lesson at the Marine Academy with Garp giving terrible advice as an instructor. He says something along the lines of, if you're stranded on an island with a child and an elder, get rid of the elder if you need to survive because the elder has no future, which is pretty ridiculous advice to give. Guys, real quick from me, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button, make sure that you subscribe because these things really help me as a small YouTuber. We then skip forward to the Amazon Lily incident that happened recently where Blackbeard tried to take Boa's fruit. We get to see the aftermath with how Kobe ended up in the hands of Blackbeard and why. So it turns out that the whole time Blackbeard was about to take away 800 marines and a battleship with him, but instead Kobe came in and offered himself up in exchange. We then skip back to the present day in Hachinosu. Everyone is on Garp's ship panicking. They shoot at the giant hand of Avalopizaru which was coming after them. Then Kobe, Helmeppo, and Groose immediately move on Garp's orders. Pirates are laughing at them, thinking that they can't actually do anything without Garp. Then Groose asks Kobe, why does Garp entrust you so much with destroying the giant hand? He's over here wondering, does he have like a bomb or something? Kobe then replies he doesn't have any weapons, he's just gonna try to do something. Pirates are over here shooting at him. Helmeppo's blocking bullets with his sword, gets caught in an explosion. Garp then stands up and faces Kuzan. He punches Kuzan to the ground, moving so fast that Kuzan is surprised. Then Garp jumps on roofs towards the skull and attacks it with a galaxy divide. The massive attack then splits the skull in two, making Avalopizaru's real body heavily injured with blood coming out of his head. Then we get another flashback building up Kobe some more that reveals that during their training, Kobe was advancing at a rate much faster than other marines. Helmeppo reveals to Garp that the reason behind this is because Kobe would train with the battleship bags at night in secret. It then builds up to this moment where all the pirates are laughing at Kobe and he has to use all the strength that he gained to save the other marines from the giant hand. He then uses a move called Honesty Impact, which seems to be a variation of Garp's Galaxy Impact that he destroyed a whole town with. Kobe's punch shatters the entire giant arm in a double spread, and we even see black lightning from the impact. Could Kobe have Conqueror's Haki, or is that simply an effect from his armament Haki? I personally think it's the latter. I don't think that Kobe has the ambitions of a king required in order to possess Conqueror's Haki. On top of everything, Kobe's impact makes Pizarro scream in pain as his real arm also breaks. In response to this, Garp, Helmeppo, and Groose are shocked. Groose then uses a clay web technique to stop the debris from falling, and everybody except for Garp ends up on the battleship. Kobe's over here trying to rescue Garp, but everybody else stops him. So the young marines are crying while Garp tells them to get out of here. The old man gets left behind. Not only that, but he gets surrounded by all of the Blackbeard pirates, stabbed to the chest, and frozen like Saul back in Ohara. Is this it for Garp? Nah, let's be honest, it's not. Look, we just found out recently that Jaygarcia Saul is actually alive. Like, getting frozen does not mean anything in this show. That's why after seeing Garp get stabbed last chapter, I was kind of pissed off because it would be stupid if he dies to Shiryu, but also it would be stupid if it's a fake out death, and here we are. This is probably a fake out death. See, this wouldn't be an issue if it didn't happen so frequently, especially with the fact that freezing somebody as a means of a fake out death has already happened. Why do we need a repeat of this? Anyways, I'm not gonna turn this into a fake out death rant video. The way that the chapter ends is that Garp is over here laughing as he's getting frozen, just like Jaygarcia Saul. We see Kuzan's face, but his eyes are kinda hidden, so does that suggest that he's not doing doing this willingly, or does that suggest that Kuzan is doing this as part of a plan, maybe with GARP or something? Right after that, the narrator comes in and reads the news to us. The young hero Kobe returned safely, the legendary hero GARP disappeared at Hachinosu Island, Yonko Straw Hat Luffy is taking Egghead Island as his stronghold, and in the final panel of the chapter we see that the Marines ships are finally arriving at Egghead Island. Oda, are you finally bringing us back to Egghead Island? Please do it. I guess the Straw Hats are making use of all the military prowess within the island to defend themselves against the Marines. Either that or it was Big News Morgan simply trying to stir shit up again. Oh man, break next week again. I'm not like blaming Oda or anything because he's not a machine, you know, he needs to take his rest, especially after his eye surgery, but I'm not gonna lie and tell you that I'm not getting fatigued with the slow progress of the story. As great as the stuff in the outside world was, like the Hachinosu stuff, the Shanks and Elbaf stuff, the Law vs Blackbeard stuff, the Marie-Joie stuff, you gotta consider this. The last time that we were in Egghead Island was in March. That's 4 months ago. Either way, take your break, Oda. You do deserve it still. Can't wait to have you back in 2 weeks, catch up with the Straw Hats and see what's going on Egghead. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button, make sure that you subscribe because these things really help me as a small YouTuber. Besides that, the comment question of the day is, what did you think of One Piece chapter 1088? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.